Hey there, fellow real estate enthusiasts. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the Dolphin School of Real Estate YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into Section 10, Legal Descriptions. Alright then, let's kick off our quest with a fundamental question. How many sections are there in a township? And here are your options. Option A. 1. B. 6. C. 12. D. 36. Pause for a moment and think about how many sections are nestled within a township. I am going to wait for you while you think about the answer, and then I will reveal the answer to you. I hope you had enough time to think about the option. So, in a township, how many sections are there? And the correct answer is D. 36. You're spot on if you chose option D. The rectangular survey system divides a township into 36 sections. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Here's the question. The essential elements of the metes and bounds system are A. Parallels, baselines, and meridians. B. Boundaries, distances, and a baseline. C. Reference points, angles, and distances. D. Lot numbers, sections, and ranges. Take a moment to think. What elements come together to form the metes and bounds system? I hope you have decided on the option. Now let's find out if your answer is correct or not. So the correct answer is C. Reference points, angles, and distances. A metes and bounds description identifies the boundaries of a parcel of real estate using reference points, distances, and angles. The description always identifies an enclosed area by starting at an origination point, called point of beginning, or POB, and returning to the POB at the end of the description. Okay, question number 3. In the rectangular survey system, what are the dimensions of a township? A. 1 mile square. B. 6 miles by 6 miles, or 6 miles square. C. 36 miles square. D. The north and south boundaries are 1 mile apart. The east and west boundaries are indeterminate. Okay, now, think about the dimensions of a township in the rectangular survey system. What size does it cover? Just take a moment to consider. Okay, now let's reveal the correct answer. And the correct answer is B. 6 miles by 6 miles, or 6 miles square. A township is the area enclosed by the intersection of 2 consecutive meridians and 2 consecutive parallels. Since the parallels and meridians are 6 miles apart, a township is a square with 6 miles on each side. Its area is therefore 36 square miles. Also, remember to differentiate square miles from miles square. 4 square miles is a measure of area, 2 miles x 2 miles. Whereas 4 miles square is a representation of the sides of a square, 4 miles by 4 miles. Don't get confused on this one. Alright, question number 4. A certain legal description contains the phrase, northwesterly along Erie Road to the POB. What kind of description is this? A. Plat survey. B. Government grid. C. Metes and bounds. D. Rectangular survey. Take your time to think about the options. Okay, let's reveal the correct answer now. So the correct answer is C. Metes and bounds. A metes and bounds description identifies the point of beginning and describes the distance and direction from that point to the first monument, and thence to subsequent monuments, and back to the beginning to define the property's enclosed perimeter. Okay, next one. A legal description of a property is one which A. Accurately identifies the boundaries of the property as distinct from all other properties. B. Accurately describes the location and dimensions the lot and improvements on the property. C. Is accepted by a licensed surveyor as suitable for inclusion in a survey of the property. D. is written by an attorney licensed to practice real estate law in the state in which the property is located. Take a moment to think. What makes a legal property description stand out? Okay, let's uncover the answer. So the correct answer is Option A accurately identifies the boundaries of the property as distinct from all other properties. If you chose option A, you're on the right track. A legal description of a property precisely demarcates its boundaries, setting it apart from others. Alright, question number 6. In the rectangular survey system, a section contains how many acres? A. 640. B. 320. C. 160. D. 40. Take a moment to think how much land is held within a single section and then decide on an option. I hope you had enough time to think about the option. So the correct answer is A. 640. Each side of a section is 1 mile in length. Thus the area of a section is 1 square mile, or 640 acres. Alright, question number 7. In the rectangular survey system, a range is the area in between A. Any row of sections in a township. B. 2 consecutive meridians. C. A principal meridian and a base line. D. A parallel and a meridian. Alright, take your time to think about the options and come back to see if you answered it correctly. Okay, the correct answer is going to be option B, 2 consecutive meridians. The vertical area between consecutive meridians is called a range. A range is identified by its relationship to the principal meridian. All ranges are 6 miles wide. Alright, question number 8. In the rectangular survey system, a tier is defined by A. 6 consecutive sections of a township. B. 2 consecutive meridians. C. 2 consecutive parallels. D. A parallel and a meridian. Take your time to think about the option. Okay, the correct answer for this question is option C, 2 consecutive parallels. The horizontal area between 2 parallels is called a tier, or a township strip, and it is identified by its relationship to the base parallel. All tiers are 6 miles wide. Question number 9. What portion of a section is 10 acres? Here are the options for you. A. 1/8. B. 1/16. C. 1/32. D. 1/64. Carefully analyze the options and come up with an answer. Alright, let's find out what portion of a section is 10 acres. And the correct answer is option D, 1/64. The size in acres of a subsection of a township is a fraction of 640 acres, since there are 640 acres in a section. Thus 10 acres is 10/640, or 1/64 of a section. Alright, this is the final question from Section 10 test, Legal Descriptions. And the question is, the lot and block system of legally describing property is used for A. Farm properties. B. Any property in an unincorporated area. C. Properties where metes and bounds is not acceptable. D. Properties in a subdivision. Alright, think about the option and make your selection. Okay, the correct answer for this question is option D, properties in a subdivision. The recorded plat method, also called the lot and block system, is used to describe properties in residential, commercial, and industrial subdivisions. Under this system, tracts of land are subdivided into lots. The entire group of lots comprises the subdivision. In a large subdivision, lots may be grouped together into blocks for ease of reference. Well guys, that's pretty much all for today's video. Check out our website dolphinschoolofrealestate.com to know more about us. And if you like our content, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next one.